Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. And we have more police doing some messed up stuff. Now, this story is out of Tallahassee, Florida. You had police was there at a home trying to make an arrest, and a 62-year-old elderly woman walked up and wanted to find out what was going on. Why were they arresting people in her family? And the cops, as usual, you can't ask questions. You can't just find out what's going on. They give you some sort of answer. They have to talk crazy to you. And if you don't leave, when they say to leave, when you just fall away from them, you're not putting your hands in anything, they want to start pulling out weapons, and they tased this woman in her back. An elderly woman that probably could have died from that if she had a heart condition. And we'll roll the clip.
Like I said, you get a double warning. Hey, let me tell you something. If you walk up here and get involved, you're going in the back of the car. I don't care. You walk up here and get involved, you're going in the back of the car. No, I cannot. Give me your ID.
Don't come up, don't come up, don't come up.
Back up.
Don't come up.
Back up.
You want to go to jail, don't come up. Don't back up. Back up. Oh my God.
Oh!
Oh my God. 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 Turn to me back.
Y'all tripping.
Oh my God.
Look at this shit. Done tased the lady for nothing.
These police have no respect for nobody. It don't matter if you're elderly. It don't matter if you're a little kid. Doesn't matter. They'll shoot you. They'll beat you down. They'll tase you and do whatever they want to do to you. You can't ask questions in America anymore to a cop. Why are you arresting my family member? What's going on? What was so hard about them explaining, listen, this is what's going on. That's why we're here. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But see, you know, what you give to people, you get back in return. If you give aggression, you give disrespect, then you're going to get that back in return. This is why a lot of the public don't like cops anymore. They don't respect them. They don't believe a word they say. Because every time you look up, we see videos of cops just pulling out tasers, pulling out guns, slamming pregnant women on the ground, doing all this stuff they do to people. Pulling women out their house and having them butt naked in front of everybody, NYPD. I mean, it's just story after story after story that we see with police. And we have video evidence of this. And what just kills me for the life of me, and I'm always say this, it's always a certain crowd that's going to defend police. And I'm going to put it out there. And I can just tell how they say things. There's a certain group of white folks that's going to defend cops to the T, no matter what they do, what they say, until the cops do it to them or do it to somebody in their family. Then they're going to have an attitude change. Because, see, black people, you always wonder why black people don't like police and why they don't want to fool with them. Videos like this is why. Now, I'm going to go old school for a minute. You know, a lot of old school black people used to say this: keep them white folks out your business. In other words, don't be getting the police involved with our family disputes, our little scuffles we may have in our household, because the moment you get them involved, it's going to escalate. And the reason why black people will say, don't get them white folks involved, because 9 times out of 10, who the mostly going to show up to your house when that's the police? Usually a white guy. Who's the district attorney most of the time? A white guy, white lady. Who's the judge most of the time? White guy, white lady. So that's why black people say, keep them white folks out your business. Because there's too many of y'all running them police and calling for things that y'all can solve in your household. Because when things are escalating, They come to take somebody to jail. They're not coming to be there and be a mentor to some of you. Now, this situation that happened with these people, I don't know why they were fully there, but they was there to arrest for some reason. But that's not even the issue. The issue is the handling of this woman. Now, I saw the press conference with their supervisor, and he has put the guy on administrative leave. Of course, when they say administrative leave, they're at home getting paid while they do their investigation. He swears up and down in his report that he was worried about his safety. That's why he did it. From a 62-year-old woman, because I read the report and everything they were saying on CNN.com. He's worried about his safety from a woman asking, what's going on? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Asking questions. And the thing is, this goes back to something that when it comes to black people, and this on my show one time, I had this issue. We were express ourselves as black people. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? And every time they say we angry, they want to take that as some sort of aggression. Black people just have a certain passion on how they speak. Now, to you who aren't black, may think is anger, but it's not anger. It's just the way we speak about things. And if we are angry, so what? As long as we ain't doing nothing violent towards you. I mean, these cops are always trying to do something, man. I mean, they, of course, like I said before, they're doing this to everybody now. But as black people, we've had a history with the cops from ever since we got here. They always messing with us, doing things to us. That's why I was like, you can just, I'm telling y'all, you can just tell a lot of times who those is coming in the comment section. And you can just about tell what race they are based on their comments about cops. And if they black or whatever, that's one of the ones who didn't grow up in the black community. That's one of the ones who have self-hate issues. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, I show these stories, so I get tired of it. I show these stories, I show these issues because, number one, it's going on. I'm not making this stuff up. When black people say they get tired of being, treated a certain way, victimized, I show you these things that's happening. So you can't just say it's a lie. I've changed a lot of minds during these stories. And I will continue to try to change minds during these stories to show what the police doing and how they harass and terrorize and doing all the stuff they do to black people. Because I'm sorry, I don't really see a bunch of videos of cops doing this to elderly white people. I just really don't. Now, if they're out there, show them to me. But we always see stuff like this. I seen another video at a cop, 70-plus-year-old woman. A few years ago, I did that story. I mean, this guy just throwing down a woman, that's elderly, treating her like she's not even old, not even a woman. These cops don't care, but that's why I keep referring to them as savages. Because only a savage who do not have any kind of common sense, who don't have any moral code, will just do these things to elderly people, children, or whoever. But until the people get tired of it, until the people put the police in check, because it's getting to that point, well, I'm going to say it's about at that point, the people have to put the police in check because they just feel they're going to do what the hell they want to do, and nobody's stopping them. Because the Justice Department in their city, of course, the judges, prosecutors, whatever, is on their side, so they can do what they want. When cops start going to jail for this stuff or start losing their jobs and getting charges put on them for the things they're doing, that's when it's going to stop. But the people must demand that. So it's one thing to say this is messed up, but it's another thing to say, okay, you better fire this guy, or you better prosecute this guy, or whatever you're going to do, because that was wrong. That was 100% wrong. You can ask a question, what's going on, to a cop. And I don't think that constitutes as an arrest or you getting involved per se. Because I didn't see her getting involved other than asking a question. I don't know what you think about it. Some of y'all may not like some things I had to say, but it's the truth. It is what it is. It's the country we live in. Hit me up in the comments, use the commentaries, subscribe.